Okay, so hi. I think I haven't been on for quite a while, and yeah, I'm working on AU of that I've been trying to cook up for. I would say at least several years, and yeah, this is just basically the whole hemospectrum. Uh, the entire it's because of my lord, there's gonna be a lot of complication. I'm gonna say mainly that the complication mainly because I'm a bit like this. Mainly because I occasionally suddenly change the whole lore myths. Eh? Otherwise, I'm just do- doing my own shit. On the other hand, I my time zone is just time zone is really fucked. I'm eight. It's like 8 in the morning. I think no one in my region even watch Twitch at this hour. Also, luckily, my entire layout blocks the notification popping in and out from my Discord, and somehow it also blocked the, I must say, email that I made for my character. So it also blocked, so I don't need to, I don't need to do anything. And also, I changed my a bit of my layout. And yeah, because I think the old one looks a bit tacky. So I'm just gonna full blown a bit neon look. And for the record, this is I just recolor everything, and to save y'all's eyes, I did not change the gray background to black because it will hurt the eyes. I have tested out first. And yeah, so there's showcase mostly the low bloods are basically done. Mostly rust blood, bronze blood, and gold blood are just done. Also, this is when I'm showing you my little and this is where I'm showing y'all what I have done to Replan, because when I do this, I just use an like let's just say the model is a bit spoilery to the lore that I have set up for him. So I only change his appearance. The whole background is still the same because I don't want to change it. It's just perfect. It's just purely perfect. So, and this is how Replin looks now. Yep, I think I accidentally make him a bit. I don't know if I can say the word on Twitch, seriously. But if you know, yeah, I intentionally make his jacket just slip a bit off the shoulder. Imagine like it's like showing a Victorian man your ankle sort of thing, you know. Yeah, so yeah. Now I can work on my insane ass AU. Okay, so mostly, luckily I know how to use headings, so I don't have to. I started to learn how to use headings, so I don't have to make Google uh multiple Google Google Doc account, so I can just, and we are at the mid blood. And for the record, I have a blatant favoritism for lime blood. When I say blatant, it's a blunt favoritism. Yeah, it's for at least almost a decade, or I forgot. I think 7 years now. I forgot when I think I joined Homestuck when I was 13. Yeah, yeah. It's 13 because I remember distinctly I was in junior high school. It, for it's a SMP walk ke SMP masuk Homestuck, dan ya okay Indonesian. So yeah, at least I'm not 13. I entered Homestuck, but I don't actively post Homestuck because I was raised in the era when internet safety is a thing, and I don't say don't reveal yourself online. That means I had hard time to post anything online, especially my fan troll, to the point I forgot where I put Riplin's original design is. Yeah, also I make this right with a base, with a country base. So yeah, if you see familiarity, that's why. And most and foremost, if you see the blunt favoritism for lime, this is because a lot of AUs has a thing to just treat lime like shit, and that ended up making me falling in love with limes. I think mostly because I think everyone who just treat lime as like shitty, or especially mutant too, didn't realize that they might or may not be contributing to the fucked up eugenic that Andrew Hussey just put in for some reason. And no one literally bats an eye. Yeah. If you'll see this me copy pasting, it's because I actually made a Google site for it once, but after doing it by docs, by per document, I just realized it's bigger than I expected, and the only part that I finished for that site is only the Magnus Archive crossover part, which is just me adding all of the 14 entities and plus the extinction. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm going. Oh, if that therapeutic thing is because I had to Google something for a friend. Yep, it worked, but it's in the wrong part. Even I'm wondering why is the age span is suspiciously longer than most AUs, because, well, explanation at the top. I actually, in this AU, there's currently only 3 rulers that haven't been recorded in the Alternian Empire history. First is the typical Kondens, or Batteridge, Sea Beach, and the other word that I cannot say. Hello, and welcome to my crazy stream. I'm sorry if I slip to my native language. Uh, yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, back to age pen wise. It's because let me say my AU is non-traditional in a sense. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm just trying to figure out the hemo spectrum bullshit for my Homestuck AU. I haven't fleshed it out yet, but mostly the hemo spectrum is a bit it's still a bit the same, but I have a lot of blunt favoritism towards slime blood. Yeah, usually in hemo spectrum is, let's say, in a word that can only be described for non-Homestuck is like blood ranking. So the lowest currently is a shade of red called rust, and the highest is a shade called fuchsia. Imagine a rainbow, but the imagine the original right flag, but the color is flipped upside down, and people took and it used as a literal blood color. So basically, in this planet that in Homestuck called Alternia, everyone has different blood color, and it also affects where their ranking in the world is. Yeah, it's that a bit. Yeah, so it's a bit. There's intense classism in the whole structure too. Mostly because it's okay, it's just fictional biology. I only This is just the stereotypical and mutation part. The whole body biology, I threw that thing out of the window early on because no, there's no exact biology. This is just the blood color thing. So yeah, it's okay. So just blood color. It's just blood color right now. There's nothing biological specific here. It's mostly just the placement of where you were expected in the empire. So okay, so there's just to give you a heads up. There's actually in the I'm gonna say comic canon, there's just three blood color, not three blood ranking. Yeah, gue Indo. Ya, gue anak Indo. Tapi kebiasaan bahasa Inggris. Soalnya yang tahu kalian orang bahasa Inggris, komunitas Homestuck di Indo kecil. Ya, you know what? Oke, penjelasan Indo soalnya ini kalau pakai bahasa Inggris ribet. Kalau di Homestuck ada 3 kelas intinya. Kayak kalau di secara realistis kelas bawah, menengah, sama atas. Kelas bawah itu kurang lebih kalau secara umum 3 warna, merah, coklat, sama kuning. Tapi kalau mulai tengah itu biasanya warnaan hijau sama warna teal. Hijau itu juga agak sedikit gimana ya, kadang warna lime dimasukin tapi kadang juga lime ditaruh di bawah. Nggak, gue anak IPS, ini Homestuck maksain gue jadi anak IPA gara-gara ya gara-gara nyusunnya susah, harus pakai biar ada, gue dipaksa otak IPA buat kayak ginian. Ini juga gue harus ini juga campur IPA IPS, IPA-nya di darah, IPS-nya di ya gue belum sempet benerin spammingnya soalnya gue udah lama nggak nge-stream. Ya ini jadi gue fasad lo bukan anak Homestuck, jadinya ini benar-benar gila. Ini saking gilanya, ini gue tunjukin dulu bagian bawah. Saking gilanya ini ada seksi mutasi sendiri. Ya, sekarang maaf lagi gue belum benerin masalah Nightbot nge-spot. Homestuck itu ya secara mudah sih webcomic dari tahun 2009 sampai 2016. Itu tentang 4 anak main game yang ujung-ujungnya ngancurin dunia. Tapi ya setelah itu agak sedikit susah dijelasin soalnya kalau Homestuck itu cuman nama doang, itu kayak gimana ya, kayak 4 anak main game di rumah tapi ujung-ujungnya ngancurin dunia. Ngancurin dunia, habis itu mereka harus ngebuat ulang dunia itu. Tapi dalam waktu bersamaan ada spesies alien namanya dari Alternia, disebutnya troll. It's more of bukan fiction novel sih, it's alternative universe, kayak ngebuat dunia tapi pakai konsep yang udah ada. Kayak gimana ya, ngebuat kalau di sisi fandom kayak ngebuat alternatif karakternya di alternative universe ke kayak coffee shop AU, tattoo parlor and flower shop AU, Harry Potter AU, kayak gitu, kayak cuman dipindah dunia doang. Kalau ini pindah realita lebih. Soalnya kalau dipakai versi canon ini sisi seksi mutasinya itu bisa lebih ekstrim. Kayak ya ekstrimnya ya ekstrim eugenic. Kayak kalau yang lo nggak perfect, lo bisa di ending sama robotnya pemerintah. Gara-gara lo nggak sempurna, lo bisa di ending. Lo punya mutasi dikit di ending, tapi lo punya ekor di ending, itu kemungkinan. Tapi kebanyakan itu mutasi yang kecil, jadinya nggak terlalu diabaikan. Tapi kalau sampai nih, kalau yang di Homestuck ya ini kalau di Homestuck itu ada 12 warna, 2 violet sama pink itu fuchsia, itu yang cuman 2 warna yang ikan. Warna ungu, biru, teal, sama warna hijau, kuning, coklat sama merah itu semuanya eksklusif di daratan. Kalau ada sampai yang jadi ikan itu mutasi, dan kemungkinan besar di secara canon itu bisa di hunt down sama di cool atau di cooling. Cooling itu kayak bahasa versi aliennya killing lah. Jadi itu kenapa gua ngerombak ulang, gara-gara emang agak sedikit sadis. ini juga belum termasuk bagian untuk ngerombak bagian. Ini gue ngerombak mulu nih, soalnya kalau ada sih 2 warna yang nggak bisa masuk ke 12 golongan darah, itu warna putih sama hitam. Secara kanonnya komiknya sih itu warna nggak ada, tapi hitam secara teknis ada, tapi itu bukan spesiesnya, udah kayak subspesies sendiri. Kalau kebanyakan EU ya warna hitam putih itu malah sampai nggak ada. Nah kalau yang EU gua ada, tapi gara-gara gua agak sedikit meleneh ke kanon dikit, lebih kayak ini umur maksimal belum tahu, sama masih lebih misteri, jadinya biar orang-orang kalau yang ini lebih agak luasa lah, soalnya hitam putih banget. Nah hitam putih itu masih lebih jarang ditempatin. Nah tapi kalau udah masuk nih, kalau midbot tuh kayak low blood, di masalah penjelasan darah, low blood itu ya rakyat jelata, kalau bahasa kasarnya rakyat jelata. Midblood menengah bawah itu kurang lebih yang warna hijau, lime blood itu udah menengah bawah. Tapi kalau masuk warna udah mulai menjadi kebiruan, yang ini pale blood itu udah masuk menengah atas, dan privilege-nya bisa agak lebih banyak. Terus kalau udah high blood ada kayak atas sama kayak bawah, kayak atas. Kayak yang paling bawah itu cobalt, yang emang statusnya agak sedikit 11-12 amat teal, tapi ya punya privilege lebih banyak. Indigo sama purple itu udah bisa lebih tinggi lagi. Mereka berdua bisa masuk ke pemerintahan yang lebih dalam, kayak lo kalau bisa bekerja dalam pemerintahan dalam kayak lebih tinggi, bisa dekat-dekat, kalau katanya di Indonesia dekat, bisa kerja dekat presiden. Nah kalau yang violet ini lebih unik sih posisinya, udah ikan, habis itu banyak orang bilang ini itu kayak quote on quote pangeran atau putri kerajaan, karena itu ya udah hidupnya hidup paling lama kedua, sama punya uangnya itu banyak banget secara tipikal. Kalau purple itu kelas paling tinggi untuk daratan, violet blood itu kelas kedua di lautan, dan tapi mereka masih privilege-nya masih tinggi banget, kayak 1%. Lo bayangin kayak Jeff Bezos gitulah, privilege-nya udah tinggi. Nah tapi kalau udah turun lagi ke fusia nih, yang gua paling ombak ambik gara-gara kanonnya bener gak ada, kanonnya bener keserak kanon bener-bener gak ada apapun, hampir gak ada apapun, gara-gara misterius banget. Lo set for life, you literally are the future or is the ruler of the entire empire. You have nothing else, you literally have everything in your life the second you were born. You are literally the richest and the most influential blood color in the entire planet. You are literally like a monarchy. It's a blatant monarchy. Like if and you can get away with everything. Like literally, you can kill like a violet blood and no one bats an eye. You can literally commit atrocities that could break the Geneva, that literally make the Geneva Convention a checklist and no one bats an eye. You can literally conquer other planets, and people will say it is an accomplishment. Yeah, that is how I'm saying this is how fucked up Homestuck is, especially in the Alternian side. It's I'm gonna say it's just a colonist empire. This is ironic for someone who's coming from a country that got colonized for at least 3 centuries. It's so goddamn ironic. I've been talking so much I forgot to even fill up all of this. Oh yeah, so fun fact. No one in Homestuck, no one on Alternia has parents. They're raised by literal animals. Okay, so switch to my Discord further because I forgot what is the name for the tail position. Yeah, especially in the Homestuck, the fleet, aka the Homestuck military, it has very specific ranking. Only certain blood color can enter. There's this rivalry one that I forgot the name. That's mostly exclusively bronze blood, and there's Orphaner are exclusively violet blood because they're the one in charge of feeding the glub glub or the tentacle horror the typically raise fuchsia blood. I'm gonna say that the glub glub part doesn't exist in my AU, but another thing exists is a leviathan that protects an underwater city called Prospero. Yes, I accidentally named it after a planet from Warhammer 40k. I forgot that it exists, and I just don't be suspicious at this point. So there's this thing. co- So there's a thing that legislator. It's basically the judge, jury, and executioner in a single position. So just a tail can just immediately, if you do some wrong in your life, like breaking the law, you're either met by the pol like a police squad or teal blood. It's leaning toward teal blood. Yeah. So while we're here, I'm checking my nightbot. As I need to turn off that spam thing. Yeah, so I have put that spam thing to turn off. Yeah, I forgot that's a thing that I forgot that's something I should have done, because I forgot emotes use repetitive words sometimes. Yeah, I think that's enough for the teal. There's not a lot to work on, since teal are typically the law-abiding people. like this just bring me joy. Yeah, working like this just bring me some weird kind of joy. Mostly because I can do my own shit. I can work on my own pace. Oh, where's my friend? Well, I don't know if I should contact him. While we're here, I'm showing you some of the things that I have done for a bit. I'm going to close this for a bit because I I might accidentally give out some uh, give out some documents from from the RP server that I'm in that I accidentally that I have opened before. I just want to show you how in how insane the classism is. Like, this is just basically a bit of yeah. So this is the allowance. Yeah, Troll got a government mandatory allowance. No, the one that's I was 18 below, so roughly 8 to 9 sweep. yeah, 9 sweep is the maximum for allowance. So for the entire, I think they'll start to get their allowance around 13. I don't know. I think they start off very young. Yeah, so the allowance system is, yeah, I intentionally put this. I have to make this because I might find a bot for this to set up the allowance per role. Yeah, so Hemanon is all this in Kagers. It's the currency in Homestuck in Alternia basically. So Hemo Anon, basically people who hide their blood color in clothing or make with clothing or makeup, only gets around 50 or 100. That is just the bare minimum. Lower than bare minimum. Rust get 100. Blondes 150. There's a pattern of jumping 25 kagers per blood color, but it not 25, 50 to 25 per blood color, and it's more starkly, it's more obvious that the higher the blood color going to fuchsia, the more pocket money that they will receive. Also about that Hemoanon and the black and white blood, I just like put it gets the Hemoanon funding because their blood color can easily get them confused as Hemoanon. The insane money jump literally shows around the Cbat because so far from rust to teal, it follows the 50-25 jump. Getting to cobalt, it start to get a lot from 375 to 550. The purple getting 750, violet getting 975, and lastly fuchsia get 17,050. This is per month. And this is because I know people want to make fuchsia because they're basically the rich want 0.1% more than violet the 1%. I had to split the case. So the royal fuchsias that have unlimited funding for the server that I'm building is exclusive only for owner, aka me, and possibly the mods. While the civilian fuchsia is for everyone. So basically the difference is royal handles everything that's going on in the empire, henching why only owner and mods will get it. Well, the civilian is basically spoiled rich kids. Yeah, this is just the minimum. This is just the just the allowance that the government give. This doesn't account that the fact everyone on the high blood, like everyone after teal, can inherit their ancestor. Yeah, their ancestor like companies, wealth, or just everything. They can get that amount of money in a short time. Like those allowance is basically pennies for them. Just to give you why I say this. In the Hive Swamp game, Specifically the second one where we have to travel the train. I hate that game. I hate that so much because there's an Ace Attorney scene for the Jade Blood. The Indigo, they have a fully decked out train car. Like the entire place is just scream opulence. While the Purple is they have their own car. The only blood car that have their own car in on that train are the Russ, who is at the very end, near with the Lucy, aka Animal Parents, and the Purple. Purple have their own clown theme, murderers clown theme train car. While Violet, I think they might have their own because they're the very privileged blood color that actually can live lavishly from a very young age. While Fuchsia, canonically can only be two that exists, but this is my AU, so the number is not that much, but it can still work. I might have to put a cap on it, like maybe 30, 40. I don't know. I just want to make the villain Fuchsias very much capped because the population is a bit small, because they don't exactly have the highest chance of being popped out of the mother grub. Yet the LDR, every single troll may or may not be related to each other because how they reproduce, like literally bees, ants, termite. This is not me having headcanon. This is just a stark reality that I realize that no one will address in the canon. That they all actually sort of. I think it's say. If you put quote-unquote genetic material in a bucket for love and hate, for one for love, the other for hate, and you turkey blast, just put a just literally turkey blast it into the mother grub abdomen, and she pops out eggs. Your DNA is gonna be shit fucked, and mutation is on a higher risk. Like this entire canon is just the entire canonical home alternia is just people not realizing that no matter how many eugenic that you pull, you cannot get rid of mutation. Because how you all reproduce. Like if you reproduce like people, like just two people having their fun, like the horizontal tango in the bedroom, the chance of having mutation is sort of slim. Just depend on if your family has a history with certain illnesses, certain mental health, but it's a 50-50 chance on mental health, but most higher chance on illnesses. Like if your parents, one of your near lineage of your parents have albinism, there's a chance that one of you, like if you're one of your family that's direct bloodline has albinism, there's a chance somewhere in the family there's people with albinism. That is easy to track, but this is Homestuck. Just every single gene got slapped into a bug's abdomen, so you have no idea who got which gene. That's why my AU, I just realized that mutants are just the result of breeding via like ants. Breeding like bees. At least bees has some more diversity that they have to the future queen flies around during mating season and get more diversity. But in this case, it's just there's a reason why in the canon ancestor are not directly related to their descendant. They have like I'll say similarities. Like for example, there's exception in my AU, but I cannot reveal it because I will set up a point system. So y'all literally have to pay me with fictional money for unlocking the lore of this man, this babyface man that may or may not has a lot of secret in his tiny brain, his tiny uwu face brain. I actually had to redraw every single. I have to put on new asset for Rippling because the new look, I have like around I have 4 expression for this little guy that I have to redraw around to 12 expression tool. Because one expression like this wood face is three part: closed mouth, open mouth, and blinking. yeah yeah this is why making a Homestuck AU is also taking a step back on looking at where the fuck where do I need to draw the line. I already have the mid block done. I just need to make the high blood because the only one that I finish is just the fuchsia. It's only the royal that I have finished. Yeah, so this is there's because a fun fact, the reason why I put quote unquote only for this one is because canonically they'll live a long age, and this is just the estimated time of their death. All the other blood is more like we have records of people actually dying at this age, like naturally. But for fuchsia in particular, they only have I don't know. It's confusing. There's no actual records of them dying post adult. Because once you reach like 18, you have to challenge the empress in canonically. In the webcomic, every fuchsia is just canonically have to fight with the empress, or they were killed as grubs. Yeah, that's the dark side of have. Yeah, that's literally the dark side of Homestuck. Fisher is the most privileged canonically, but also in canon, there's only two allowed existing. Meaning there's supposed to be more, but they all got killed as basically babies in the breeding cavern. Oh god. Yeah, so I invited a friend. Also, I invited a friend to watch this, and he's keep telling that this stock sprite is too cute. Yeah, the Discord notification is got thankfully got blocked by this layout, so only I can read it. Yeah, so this is not kind of making. This is bit of a word stack back. Hello, Pushy. Yeah, Captain Dash, my good old buddy. 6-7 years being friends via Discord. Well, we actually meet at someplace else. Let's just say Card Against Humanity chat game. The chat section got turned into an RP place. Isn't that right? Also, welcome to my bullshit that I've been working on. So, welcome to my bullshit that I've been working on, like, for, I think, longer than our friendship. So, yeah, this is cute, huh? I have 3 more expression. I swear, I swear, do not DM me anything weird. I know you and JJ already gushing over the fact that Riplin is cute. Also, this is also you have I have introduced you to what is basically Homestuck. Well, the troll side. Also, yeah. Also, if you're wondering, I did not. I literally just you. I did not have those high face recognition thing that most people use for their VTubing. I literally just download like an application from to itch. I literally just download an application on itch. Use an outdated OBS. You will? You will? You will? I mean, the face is just a woo. It's just a permanent woo. What do you expect? Android. Hey, by the way, if you're wondering, the H span is hey, if you're wondering about the H span from Swift to years, just it's basically like times two. Like 900 times 2 equals 1800. Yeah, so just wondering, just there's usually the 2.3, but just times 2, it's easier to process. My brain is not built for complex math, and I already feel too close for it. Hey, so by the way, what do you think of me being a cute uwu fish? I might stream again tomorrow because holy fuck, I miss streaming. Oh yeah, so I think I should clarify that airplane is cute because first is the template that I used to create this. Second of all, is because in real life I'm chronically baby face. Like people mistaken me as like someone who's still like 16 at most. People still asking, have you entered college yet? Well, I'm struggling through college. No, stop. That is what I called it. That is what I caught him in bloody in our roleplay because I have 4 versions of this fucker. One of them is not even a troll. Yeah, this is just RP lore, so I don't give like a shit if I told it to y'all. Yeah, Bushy, please stop. I have 4 version. Okay, I have to specify this. This is the original version. Not really. I swear, I will literally make an actual. Don't force me to make an Ori onesie for this sprite because holy fuck, I don't have the mental capacity to recreate it. I don't have the mental capacity to. I don't have the mental capacity to make 12 more expression for this. Maybe I should try to make a fuchsia version. Oh boy. Which is basically using him as a rich bitch. Bushy. I swear to God, don't. Please don't DM me anything else. I have been streaming this for an hour straight. Nice. I should refresh this. Yeah, I'm refreshing the page. I think because it's getting a tad slow. Hopefully I don't have to refresh the entire page because this thing is recording. Bushi, what do you mean? Bushi, what do you mean? Fuck. Look, hey Bushi, you're lucky you didn't enter earlier because I was explaining stuff in my native language. Oh yeah, the abyss, yeah. I was planning to add that, by the way. Then I realized that I don't think it's a great idea to add something that I have no idea. But I was it was I was planning it, but then I scrapped it the second that I realized that the majority of the characters are yours. I I literally only have three, four coming up because yeah, I was at it was early on when I was making this. This is now it's just pure fandom. Also because I don't think the abyss is a good idea to add to a place where 15 all the 15 entities are living on it. So yeah. Yeah, so if the abyss got mixed into this AO, it's gonna be a literal shit show. It's that versus 15 entities that represent the bullshit that the humanity has offered. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's ever spending, but it's in own. But I think what so as far as I know that what the lore that you write about it, it's in its own contained pocket of the universe. But it's some occasionally leak into the other universe, like leaking into the group multiverse. We are not. I would say please don't tell anything about this to JJ. Last thing I want is him to wreak havoc on my AU. Because this is already a train wreck of yeah. Also, this is already a train wreck of an AU because there's Eugenic involved. which I have to cover up how to fix the eugenic part of this universe. It took me like at least 2 years to try to figure out how to solve the eugenic. Because Alternian, because canon be canon. Mutation doesn't exactly by law protected, but in this AU is protected. Yeah. Mainly because if you think about it, if you turkey blast something called genetic material into a mother crab ass and she pops out eggs, you don't exactly have the perfect combination of trying to find the perfect, trying to make the perfect subject and getting rid of mutation. It just makes the situation worse. It just creates more horrible situation of weird mutation popping up left and right. Also, we are not talking about the abyss in this stream because I don't know if I should let you join this. I don't know how to. Also, it tend to be because I'm gonna say the reason why I don't want this the abyss thing is because the whole situation with your ruler of the abyss, it will get my account nuked to the abyss. I need I need to edit the bronze part. Yeah, the abyss were meant to be a villain. Then I got involved in a way that I cannot say on this stream. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm still so sorry about what happened, Muchi. Yeah, this is too much information, but there's not a lot of information that I'm leaking out into this stream. I'm so sorry on what happened. Don't say anything about it on this stream. I don't want my account to be nuked to hell and back. Yes, add more lore, add more shits into that abyssal lore. Add more, add more. Especially add more whales. We need more whales. Add orcas. Or just abomination from hell. That works. I mean, you did edit that. I forget that Monster Hunter Byron that has jet for wings. Yeah, that you already added that, and Volstrak. Hey, maybe add those weird vampire thing from the new Monster Hunter 2, because that seems fitting. Those weird vampire like butterfly thing. It add to the more fish like ambience, but still fucked up. Hey, wanna help? Hey, so what should I add for Cobalt? Basically, there. So I just inching closer to canon material, so they tend to have spider like or pirate like outfit, or not at all. They're just the cool kid or the mysterious bunch that I mean, I can mind control you. So anything that you wanna add to help me, please, Pushy, because this is toughy, tough, 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 tough. Okay, so by the way, from 1 to 10, how cute is Ori? Or, I mean, Riplin. How cute is Riplin from 1 to 10? I, hmm. There is one sprite that I didn't change because the only one that I use for playing Spiritfarer, but I should change the part that there's the part on the cheek that I haven't cover up from his origin, from the an older, from the other uh, kind of sprite. I think that's for cobalt blood. And now moving on, indigo blood and pearl. Just these three. These three are the last three colors that I need to write up. I already finished all of the mid blood, all the low blood, all the mid blood, and cobalt, both cobalt and fuchsia. So this is our the last. Yeah, so Replin is a part of is a part of the violet blood. So he's I would say a privilege fish. He has the money and I would say influence. I should add that typically the high bloods are one get mostly become celebs, so or influencers, so the empire propaganda is spread mostly via them to the lower class. Yeah, this is a lot. This is just as fucked up as you think. I cannot not gonna that the part that I cannot change because this is not exactly an utopia, but it most likely a better. It's a lot better than most AU because in truthful, this AU is more like what happened if one of Eras killed off that fish bitch early on before the canonical high blood versus low blood fight. I put it there because I still wanna put a sense that the signless is still dead, but his teaching will still live on. I must say especially because the heiress who power grab to become the empress follows his teaching because since she realized that if they need to advance as a whole species, they need to learn how to cooperate with each other. Mostly inching the gap for closing the gap between the high blood and low blood because there's an epic power imbalance in it, and mid blood is just stuck in the middle. Like they're not exactly underprivileged, but they're not exactly privileged either. So trying to close up that gap. To put it in perspective, there's many AUs tend to have a weird categorization of mid blood and low blood, mid blood, low blood, and high blood. There are some who thinks that who consider any line and below are the low bloods, while jade and above are the mid blood. Some just consider the three color rust, bronze, and gold are the low blood, while the green shades and teal still has a bit of green in it, so it cannot be classified as high blood are the true mid blood, while cobalt to fuchsias are the high blood. If people specifically categorize the violet and fuchsia often getting categorized as royals because they're the longest lived and has the most influence in shaping the empire. And you also and for the lifespan, it's become typically in most canon, it's most in the most AU, Ross roughly only reach um, around 40 to 40 years, or let's just say 40 to 60 years. That's the rough estimate because they're literally at the lowest of the lowest, and they are treated as canon folders. But in my AU, I decided to kick that up a notch and give them essentially 88 years to 100. I would of the age are one sweep is basically 2 Earth years. So following that, it's just their age span is a lot longer than most AUs because they have access to mid-blood level healthcare. I say they have access, they don't exactly get given the funding, with exception gold blood that they occasionally receive mid they always receive mid blood level of healthcare, and on the rare occasion high blood for free because they're literally like living batteries. They have a lot of them have strong electricity based psionic, and they were only most of the thing that they are found they are interested is either the tech industry like gaming or typical tech stuff, or be found as batteries for ship or power plants. The most common are batteries for ship. Yes, these people found a greenway solution, but it went matrix. And when I realized this when making this, I realized if they want to do this at a long-term expand, they at least have to compensate people who are employed as batteries. Like they have to get some protection, especially that the term void rot exists, which is basically your eyes are rotting from either excessive use of psionic or you're just born like that. I need to specify that if you're born with void rot, you don't get, you might get the compensation, but if you work at the tech industry, but batteries on ship or power plants, I would say free healthcare and free housing. Because if you have to put your body and mental health to power up an entire the entire city or town that you live in, you deserve I'm gonna say not lavish, but a well rewarding lifestyle for your hard work, and not just just push on. No, yeah, I just realized that cold blood are treated worse than rust most in canon because they're a lot of them are destined to be batteries to never, and Rust has actually a bit more freedom once they are in the specifically in the fleet, aka the military. The Rust blood are actually more free to do whatever they want, just according to their rank, while gold blood are either can be a soldier or unfortunately the batteries. if so the age span is because they the higher you are, the more healthcare that you can get. There is something. There is something that I think that this is a bit reflecting on society as a whole, that we that the more privileged you are, the more thing that you can access. It's just a weird thing to realize that if you want something that's ha- the if you want to make something that's basically showcase how classism work and how privilege is with how privileged people has more access to everything. And I'm saying ironically, just show them Homestuck. Just show them how the alternate empire work. And this is ironic. The webcomic that people on fucking Twitter say bad has in a weird way, showcase the not the best, but a bit of a more of a blunt way to explain that how you were born reflect on which on what status that you have. The lobos are basically the poor people that a bit there's some gold blood is a bit more privileged than bronze and rust, because gold has a bit of a green hue on it on the color, so they have a bit more leeway, but they don't exactly count as mid blood, so their privilege is extremely limited. And then we're heading to the green bloods, which I would say the most ironic thing is that yellow blood, yellow gold, I call them Goldie. In the color wheel, it has it actually has an equal number of red and green RNG, or no, RBG. The code for the canonical color is A1A100, which has 161 red and 161 green. It has 0 blue. So they're a lot more leaning towards the green than the red. Uh, yeah. While lime, that's supposed people say is has to be the low blood, actually has a more green than red. So if people put them in low blood, they are sort of right, but also sort of wrong at the same time. Since the mid bloods are the green case, all of them are has more green, than red. That is until the teal. Teal has an equal number of green and blue. So this is where the hemo spectrum takes a weird place. Their privilege is higher upper middle class teal. Jade blood is also a cookie one because, well, they can their privilege is weirder than any other blood color because they are the designated caretaker of the mother crop and the breeding tavern, thus basically the caretaker of babies and the mother. Also, the babies are just grubs, regular. They are literally a six-legged grub with troll head. They're absolutely. There's a lot of cute depiction, but there's uh, ah, hey Bushy. Uh, hey, just show me on DM because I don't want to spill it to people who might follow me on Twitch and my YouTube channel. I don't want to spill the exact details. So the blood card that has a weird placement is just the teal and jade. Jade blood? Honestly, canon jade blood aren't allowed to leave the cavern. They have to stay in the cavern and take care of the other grub and the grub before, especially the grub until they have to go to a trial. But I think people forgot about that part and skipped to the part that they're adopted by their Lucy's as a grub. What else is hey Bushy. I haven't write down the lore for my AU yet. I only write down the first era. There are two more era. The second era is complicated at best because it involves politics and blood color racism. Yeah, so a friend just texted me on another friend say, "You're watching me, but did you have an account?" Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really care if you don't have account. Do you have a account or not? As long as you're just vibing in the stream, I'm okay with anything. Somehow, especially that you all of you just voluntarily listening to me rambling about Homestuck. Yeah. So my follower count is still too small to start a server. So I'm not going to open like a Discord server because I'm horrible at managing a Discord server at a large scale. Also, just I want to please, I'm going to spam your DM. Push. I will spam your DM. Yeah. So we have cobalt block so far. We have in the high blood section. We have cobalt done and the fuchsia. So indigo. This is a tough one. If you can see, there's a bit of a jump on the typical age span because indigo blood are highly more privileged. I must say, in the high zone game, they have their own chair, like the chair that can cost you an arm and a leg, like those fancy ass chairs that you can only found in Versailles, in like the places where kings and queens used to live. That's still intact and taken care of. Like those kind of chair, like those fancy ass chair that you will never get the original in your entire lifetime. That you can probably get like a replica, but that's doesn't exactly feel like the real deal. Getting your ass, you're sitting on getting your ass sitting on a very fancy ass chair that costs a lot of money. Yeah, that's basically indigo, but they're just privileged. They're privileged nerd or bodybuilder. The heart that is this is the heart in between for most. Either you become a bodybuilder wrestler, or you become a nerd. We do not talk about horrors in this channel, especially because in the comic he has a certain toy that I cannot say out loud, but that got alchemized. That shit is disturbing. So, yay, the privilege, just privilege and privilege. Yeah. Some fellows, they have a thing for horses. I have no idea why they have a thing for horses. They have things for horses. Indigo Blood has a thing for horses, like in a creepy amount. Like, even in the Hive Song King, they have statue of painting of muscular horses, like border, like it's not a borderline furry, it's fucking furry art of horses, and they think it's high art for some reason. I have no clue why they're obsessed with horses. Like, I thought it's just a thing with the Zarak. I have no idea how to spell Equus and Horus last name, but it's apparently the entire blood case has a thing for horses. Why? Yeah, if anyone see this, I somehow have a mental breakdown. Not a mental breakdown, more like a sudden realization how weird some of the blood casts are. Purple blood are just Purple blood is basically just the 2016 killer clown incident as a cult. If anyone asking why the Purple Bloods, because they have a church that worship the messiahs. Their messiahs are basically the jugalos, those weird jugalos artists, and I forgot their name. That are their messiahs. They are their Jesus. Basically their artists, the insane clown posse singers. They are those two are their messiahs. Yeah, those two are their basically their Jesus. They have an entire cult church for it, and they all wear makeup. There, there's also weird fag. I don't know how to say this safely because it's I cannot pronounce it right. So for some reason they drink this drink. It's, so there's this one weird drink that somehow I cannot say it out loud on the stream because I will definitely mispronounce it and say a slur by accident. It's this drink. When I was a kid, I was trying to get this in my country, but it's not even available. This is the drink that the purple blood got assigned to by canon because Gamzee apparently drink this. This is called the miracle elixir for some reason. Look, there's even a Homestuck panel here. There's even a Homestuck panel on the first result. Holy hell! There's a Jugalos, and yeah, this gym was so synonymous with Homestuck. Also, I forgot to switch my yeah, that was my this one. Yeah, that previous one was my for Spirit Fair only. So this one is yeah for every time use. Yeah, so dueling with the purple blood is like trying to figure out how to either pull just trying to figure out how the cult work. I am not gonna I'm severely confused. I'm definitely severely confused because all of these are just a hot mess. All these are just fucking hot mess. We have a lot. Yeah, almost. Yes. I am not even going to show you on what the actual fuck Horus own because it will shut my channel down. So about the Colin Church, it's I forgot it's technically called the Colin Church. There's no exact name, and it exists. It canonically exists. They are carnival themed, and most of the purple wear face masks, face paint, and they are very much disturbing to the bed. Mostly the one that's shown are a lot of them are disturbing because they let's just say one of their way of praying is to sacrifice a low everyone from any blood case lower than them to the Messiah or Jubilant High Blood, basically Gemzi ancestor. It's a long story. There's so many rebellion in this fucking empire. Yeah, but the horse. Why would y'all put horses as strength? Like, they are designed to. They are designed to literally die. Their instinct if they get cornered are either dying or killing everyone at sight. They literally can die getting jump scared. Horses are bullshit. What? They can literally die from like being if you just look at them wrong, they can die. Yeah, I have insane beef with horses because when I was a kid, I thought the horses are majestic and they're strong. Hence why we have horsepower as a measurement of our machine or speed of car car machines. What was a basic motor vehicle machine? But the more that I learn about the animal, the more I realize the animal is bullshit by design. Like they're evolved to die. I think I remember there's a Tumblr post, no, or a Reddit post that where a man, literally, like I think someone got blamed for their horses, for a for their girlfriend's death, girlfriend horse's death, because the horse strangled itself with its, for some reason, I have no how, I don't know why, but horses can and will manage to find a unique way to kill themselves. Uniquely, horses are weird. Horses can literally off themselves in the weirdest way possible. They break an ankle, die. They got jump scared, maybe a heart attack. There's a lot of things that went wrong with horse evolution. Why? Why did horses evolve like that? Yeah, this is their. I want to say, this is something of like a word more reflective. It's like, I think every horse owner have seen their horses manage to get themselves sent to horse heaven in ridiculous fashion. I swear to God. I think I even follow a TikToker who own horses, and the horses like to lay down on the ground looking dead. Yeah, horses are weird, and I don't know why they into it. That was I into it? Like they, I mean, okay, or the strength part, but it's disturbingly into the culture. Yeah. Also, I'm sorry for feels her ping all the time. Maybe if I can even show this on YouTube. Yeah, I can because uh, it's like almost a 2 hour, like 3 hours with. I don't know what common mutation indigo blood has. Yeah, genuinely, I have no idea what indigo blood can have mutation of. I'm just gonna. I genuinely don't know what mutation an indigo can have. About also about the TikTok horse, but the horse is named Chicken Elizabeth Nugget. I mean, I think you can find the video on YouTube. I think I'm going to leave the common mutation as a blank for now. Yeah. I don't know what to put up something else. But I think I'm going to end the stream for now. Um, I forgot I put the sound as the Cbat version, the bird version of Cbat. I forgot about that. I forgot. I also put that for the follow bushy. I forgot it's the C. It's the bird version of Cbat.